So y'all, about 20 minutes. We're still trying to figure out some issues real quick, but we'll be over here shortly. While we're here, how's everyone doing so far? While we try to figure out what is going on with this issue here. Trying to go live on TikTok right now, having some issues, but don't worry, we'll be back here shortly. Okay. May not be streaming on TikTok today, y'all. That might be an issue. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out as we go along. We're learning. Just want to change up the music. Let me know. Put song requests down below. Can't figure this out today. I'm gonna mess around with it after stream. And that's okay. What's up? Thong song? No. Oh yeah, Jenny's joining me for today. Say hi, Jenny.
Hi.
So we're gonna be doing that. Make sure I turn myself down just a little bit so I'm not yelling over the music right now. There we go. Like I said, we still got about 18 minutes until we about to start this. How's everyone's day going so far? Okay. I don't know if we got much luck here, y'all. Looks like TikTok might be out of it for today, which is going to be a little upsetting. It could just be because I'm streaming to too many. We can stop D-Live. That's fine. Let's try it now. Let's try it out. Let's see if maybe that was the issue. Because I had it working last week. I swear to God, yo. Every single time I get into here, I always have some type of fail. And I just fixed it, I thought. And I don't feel like ending all the other streams just to see if this works. This one is correct. That is my name. I do have that correct. Okay. I should be able to see that I'm live, but to a black screen right now. I'm not seeing anything. Of course. This thing hates me. I might have to do this on the side. I don't know what's going on. 15 minutes until we start, y'all. Okay, we're gonna try. We're gonna try something else real quick. Let's see if this works. Of course. That's okay. So I've decided we're not gonna be using Stream Key for this one today. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't like me. It hates me. So we're gonna move up our time just a little bit. I did say I was gonna start at 3, so we're gonna pause this and just change that to, change it down because my time sucks. So we're gonna start this. We're gonna start in about 5 minutes, y'all. So in about 5 minutes, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take a small little break. Use the restroom. Get ready for stream. It's good seeing everyone.
cornfields and satellite towns, there's a little old streamer with a big-time crown named Bliss-Sticks, sipping sweet iced tea, mixing cowboy charm with some RGB. Got that headset on and a southern drawl, gaming like a legend, y'all just watch him brawl. They say get good with a wink and a grin, then drop a no-scope like it ain't nothing. Hashtag Blissy Wissy, yeehaw, let's ride. Bliss on the stick with a southern pride, laughing so hard I spilled my drink. Hashtag Bliss Stream got me on the brink. From hashtag Bliss Cake Days to hashtag Bliss going crazy. This stream's hot like a V8 baby. Country roads and digital tricks, we all tuned in for Bliss on the stick. Running that lobby like a rodeo clown, talking sweet trash with a pixel crown. Hashtag Bliss-Stick got us rolling all night. Even grandma subbed and she don't like fights. A little bit weird, a whole lot of heart. Bliss be painting chaos like it's southern art. From the holler to the highlights, fans unite. We're all here for that twitching delight. Hashtag Blissy Wissy, shout it loud and proud. Bliss on the stick got the whole...
Why does my web hate me? 1 second. Oh my god. I got my webcam on anywhere. Oh, it says I do somewhere. Oh, what happened now? One second, y'all. I got my camera on somewhere. What happened, y'all? Now I broke it. I broke it, y'all. This is what happens. Already failed number one. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. Maybe I gotta leave this. Nope, I officially broke it, y'all. Everything is black. Where do I have my face cam on? That's making this have this issue. Oh, I know exactly where it is. I know where the issue is, y'all. I figured it out. I'm just being stupid. We're gonna face cam and then face cam back over. Oh, I need to go back to full slideshow. There you go. You guys should still be able to hear me, see me. Oh, perfect. There we are. Hi, y'all. I've officially unmessed up my program here. So now you guys can actually see me. So we're going to first start off with the snake cage, I think. That's the kind of the goal today. Cinnamon's over there. Or that way on my thing. And the actual cage is behind me. So we're going to make the cage going to sit in the corner. It's going to look badass as hell. We're going to go with that stuff today. I have my beautiful wife who's going to be my recorder today. She's going to be recording all, pretty much everything that she can of the process and what I'm doing exactly. I know a lot of people had some questions on how I take care of my snake and what I do exactly. So we're going to get started here in about like 2 minutes. I just want to see how everyone is, make sure everything's streaming properly real quick. You know, this is my first stream back after a month. Usually I don't have this much success. I did have a few fails, so you know we're already going to add that fail in. So add that as the Bliss Bumble number 1 for the day. I need that in because I already failed that because TikTok is broken. It looks like we got Trovo still working and a few other things, but you know I don't want to jinx myself, and then now I'm in a situation where half of my shit is broken again. So we seem to be good. So that's what I'll say for right now. Is that we seem to be good. We seem to be running properly right now. We seem to be having a good time. Make that adjustment there. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to switch right into the whole actual aspect of getting into the build. Okay. And actually, before we even do that, we'll just go over the stuff that we're using, the stuff that I plan on using. I gotta go grab 2 items because I actually left them in the other room. Silly me. Because got about like 3, 4, 5 things. So okay, y'all. Oh, we're gonna go through the first few things. So how did I take care of my snake? So best way to do it is, so right now Cinnamon's been quarantined. If you guys have not seen that photo, I had Cinnamon in quarantine earlier today. Pretty much, she's sitting on a here, sweetheart. If you want to bring it up, we'll actually just show the chat. So when I go into this, I'm hearing a echo somewhere. Oh, you need to mute your my. There. That's. Should fix it. There we go. Okay, so right now. Oh no, I'm still hearing myself. Oh my god. Oh, I found it. I found it. I found the echo. We're good. Okay. So we're gonna go to gameplay real quick. Okay, y'all. So this is how I keep Cinnamon in quarantine. Okay, she's gonna stay. Right now, she's just a little bit messed up right now because I moved her over here. But pretty much how it goes is that I set her in, and the best way to put it is that she has her little hut right there, plain brand new, which I spray with a certain liquid. And I have her water bowl over there, which we dumped out just a few minutes ago. And we have the heat lamp over the water bowl just to keep that humidity in. But this is just her temp cage while we're doing all the other stuff. Over here is what we're going to be getting really into, okay? I'm going to be using this, so if you guys can't hear me or stuff like that, you guys please need to let me know, because this is what I'm using right now, okay? So, a few things that we use for cleaning, at least for Wise, is I clean my snake once, twice a year, okay? It's not good to bathe snakes, but it is good every so often to get them in for a little bit of a refresher, such as, like, getting the snake, just to get him, let him soak for a little bit. So, I do it. Oh my god. Okay, Kick's gotta go. It keeps turning on my echo. It's fixed now. I just gotta get rid of it. Get rid of it. It's fixed. Okay, so things that what I do, let her soak for that little bit in the tub. I get her some of those Jurassic mite stuff. I know she doesn't have any mites, but it saves me a lot of time just to make sure I have it. I also have this stuff, which I actually had to go get a new one of today, which I'm glad they had it in stock, is the reptile care. This stuff is great. This stuff helps me make sure that because she does eat live play, so I got to make sure that she doesn't get anything attacked. Okay, so we got a few plants. We got our new water bowl. Few little design things. The tape is going to help us keep humidity in. We got our new logs, our 2 brand new lights, and some moss. The moss will help keep humidity in. Then one thing over here is we got the forest bed and the coconut bark, and we have the actual bedding. Then we have the hydro balls and her 2 habitats that they're going to be using. So I'm going to hand this off to my wife real quick. She's going to be my little cameraman. So while I'm talking and doing all this stuff, I guess I got to look there. I'm not looking here. I got 2 people cameras, so it's a little weird. But we'll figure this out. So first, I'm going to start looking at the actual lights and stuff. I'm going to actually take off my headset because I do not need it right now. So, hi. So, this is my first time doing this type of photo video, setup. And doing an actual live, too. So, because a lot of people were asking me how this actually works and how I take care of my snakes. Now, you can tell me if I'm wrong or right, you know what I mean? Please let me know in the video or comments if you think that I should take away something or add something in. And you might be wondering why I don't have any type of fogger or anything like that, because I do live in a low humidity environment, but the foggers do not really help the whole aspect of they do keep humidity in, but it can also affect the snake. Okay, at least what I've been reading about, which I can see. And that's what I don't want to do, is I don't want to affect her and get her something called scale rot. It's a lot of stuff. Don't want her to get hurt. So what I do to help keep moisture in, usually, and this is like I said, this used to be in that tank, but she's getting upgraded to the new bigger tank. So first we're going to start off in, I'm just going to get rid of this chair. So I'm going to stand a little bit so you guys can see me a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to take off her lid because the first thing I want to do is I want to get measurements of how big my lights are going to be. Okay, so I have 2 lights over here. Okay, the 2 lights that I'm going to be using, one is the Tropical UV Heat Lightning Light Kit, and then also another just normal 150 watt maximum light. Okay, so UV is not really great for them. Okay, so don't be going to go get the heavy UV. It's not great. 5 UV is just because she lives in a darker room. She stays with me. I want her to have some sunlight, and also it's to help her a little bit. But everything comes in this little kit. 5 is good enough. It won't hurt them. But you got to make sure. That's the reason why we have the other light. The other light is for nighttime cycles. So it's a nighttime heat lamp. And then this is for daytime heat. So right now I need to get a mark of how big. I'm just going to set this down. And I'm going to have to go get an extension cord too. How big I want this. So right now I think I'm going to make a little bit of a change to the habitat. Set this down right here. Let's see if I can switch this. I haven't played around with this cage too much. Okay, perfect. Because I want her light source in this corner right here. So, if I can do that properly, yep, and I can stay. Because I wanted this part covered up. Because I don't really need this. That stuff's like, as you guys can see, you guys will come up. This is a little opening area. Doesn't really help me. If I'm going to lift up, I got to take off the whole front anyway. So. Hey Gemini! Driving, so lurking, but I'm here. This is about to be. Oh my god damn it, I'm driving. Yes, it is. Don't worry, I'm just going over all the material right now. We're just seeing right now how the light fixtures are going to work and fit on this. So, because I do need these lights to fit kind of a specific angle. And that's okay if my other light, where is it? I gotta unbox it, so. Woo. Yeah, I had to go get a new light because I didn't have one with the UV, and that one is just a little tiny one, which is okay for smaller when she's little. Now she's getting a little bit bigger, 2 feet long. I need to be able to go in and be actually able to change this. Gemini with the hashtags, I love it. And let's see what this is. This is just the clamps and stuff. I don't really care about that. I don't. So. Light fixtures are going to fit about there. That's kind of like the goal. Now, I'm not going to have both lights on at the same time, okay? Like I said, it's not good for her. That's too much heat, okay? Because it's a 150 bulb. The other ones are 2 lighter ones, but they're going to keep heat contact on the rock, which is where I want it. So, right now, I'm going to take a little mental note, and I'm going to grab a little piece of tape here. Place this, okay? So this looks very shiny. It looks fun. It's called something called foil tape, okay? Foil tape helps keep the moisture in. So I'm just going to cut a little piece of this real quick. And it is super annoying to deal with, this stuff. Because it's like, you guys ever seen those like stickers that barely fit the actual stickers and stuff? It's pretty much how they are. I have to pull them off, and I barely get to see them. Jenny, I hope you're doing well. Jenny. Yeah, she's here with me. She's watching. She's the camera girl today. So I'm making a little mental note like this. I want them not to be too much on each other. And like that. So I'll make a little mental note like that real quick. Block that off. Okay. So now I know where my lights are going to be, how they're going to fit, and what I need to take. The big thing is I need to actually take this lid off and go to that line where that tape is. Okay, so I'm going to take my towel, do tape, ooh, I'm knocking over everything. Jeez, I hit my mic all the way over there. So I'm going to use this chair real quick. I think sit in that. This is a workspace, okay. I'm going to take some measurements, okay. Try to get my exact measure that I need. I literally just want to go from one end. Because this mesh, if I don't cover this mesh, I'm leading moisture out of this. When I stop driving, and if you're still on, I love the CB. Yeah, I'll bring her out She'll probably be out later tonight as well. I'll probably bring her out just because she's gonna want to explore a little bit because this is her new room. She has not seen this room, you know, so she's new to it pretty much. But the reason why I want to cover up this mesh is very important. Okay, so when I'm sitting here and I have her inside her hut, which is gonna be that big rock back there. There you go, that big rock back there. Okay, I want her to be able to have humidity. Okay, humidity is a hard thing to keep inside these environments. They can easily affect how a snake is living, and that's what can cause that scale rot, those issues that I've talked about. And if you don't want that stuff happening, it's very simple to actually mess it up. Okay, and that's the reason why I've been doing a little bit of research, trying to figure out the best way. Because I live in now, I used to live in a pretty high humidity environment. Very easy to keep up humidity. Now we've changed, okay? So I had to tape that one up with the same foil. That's the reason why this one's open. But before I was able to just keep like cardboard on the top. So if you live in high humidity and you can keep that 60, 70%, 80% humidity in that cage, then yeah, you're good. You don't really need to do this whole procedure. But if you're thinking about actually, you can take a seat. I see. Yeah, let me move this way so people can see. But if you live in normal, I would say, like, or at least colder environments, you're gonna want to do this, okay? Where they keep that like humidity is less and stuff like that. You don't want your snake to be over here, barely being hot, but not actually having it. Also, thank you, Gemini, for the lure. Have fun, be safe while driving. Thank you for checking in. I'm running over here. Okay, so I'm going to start doing my measurements. I'm going to start doing this. Like I said, foil tape is probably one of the best to keep actual moisture in. It's literally used to keep for like outside vents and stuff. That's how, yeah. And I'm just going to take a quick measurement, and I'm going to use this measurement every single time. Oh, I'm not used to doing this one-handed. Yeah, I had a helper last time, but you know, she's holding the phone now, so I thank her for that. Because a lot of people were asking me, how do I take care of Cinnamon? I want a snake. How should I take care of my snake? You know, and like I said, I'm not an expert on this, but if you are an expert and you do care for ball pythons, please let me know. You know, I like getting updated information. You know, the best way I can keep my snake safe is making sure that I can do the best for her. So I need to cut a little bit more. It's okay. Like I said, I'm making this cage perfect for her. She's going to be in this cage pretty much for the rest of her life. This is a 75-gallon tank right now that I'm putting her in. So, like I said, I'm putting her in a 75-gallon tank. Pretty much all she's going to need for the rest of her life. I might get her a little bit of a bigger thing just for breeding purposes. Though I might get another snake, okay? Because that 20-gallon over there is still pretty nice. But until they're about juveniles, I'd say. Once they reach past the juvenile phase, it's about time. And I've been severely lacking. I've had her in that for a bit because the newer cages, they're expensive, okay? I will say. I did find this cage, though, if you guys are interested, on Facebook Marketplace for about, I think it was like $75, right? So, you can find cages, you can find good cages, okay? It's got a little bit of a crack, but nothing that I'm not too worried about. It's like in the back corner. Nothing that she's going to break or anything or get cut on, like I've already inspected it. It's all things that she'll be fine. So, I'm going to do a first layer, and I'm going to do multiple layers, just because I have the extra tape, and I know that she'll be safe pretty much from the humidity escaping. If I left any holes, which, let's be honest, I suck at this whole part. This part usually takes the longest, just because you want to make sure that you're. It's not the fun part, I should say. You know, and then as soon as Cinnamon gets in here, I bet you any money she'll be wanting to explore, because she is an explorer and she loves that. So. Get in here. Like I said, we're going to do this a few times, both ways, up and down, and side to side. I want to make sure that I try to avoid any type of gaps as much as possible, just because I want to make sure that everything is filled to the brim. So we don't have any issues later on with humidity escaping, stuff like that. Okay, because it's good for that side. Oh, I did it on the wrong side. Hey, can we get another Bliss Bumble real quick in chat? If someone types exclamation mark fail in chat, we already started off because I started off on the wrong side, y'all. I started off on the side that I did not mean to. I'm going to start off the other side. The reason why is this area where I want the keep this. Always keep that. I have so much extra tape, it's fine. I want the lights to go here, so talking, people get it. My fault. Just means Jenny's gonna hold the phone longer. So everyone thank Jenny for being an awesome parent to her pet snake. You know, she hates the thing, I should say. Well, she doesn't hate it. She has a love hate. Would you say? He bit her, so. Nah. Snakes bite, it's okay. We all know that. Okay, so if you're thinking about getting a snake, don't be scared to get bit. I have not been bit yet, but no, my chances, I'm probably going to get bit one day. That's okay. Snakes bite. That's what they're meant to do. They're meant to be feared. That's their defense tactic. Not going to lie, a snake, unless you buy like a specific aggressive snake, I have never... thanks, Jenny, for the fail. Thank you. We're up to 2 now. But I will say that I've not met a snake that has bit people just because they want to bite. Okay, it's because they're defensive and they're scared most of the time. Now there are some snakes that are a little bit on the aggressive side, but do your research. Ball python, not gonna bite you unless you don't know their behavior. I should say. Like I said, Jenny, go and feed him one day. When I was not home. And, yeah, he got a little angry at her. You know what I mean? But she's fine. She knows that snakes are snakes. You know, but we can't hold grudges against snakes. Jenny might. I don't know. I haven't asked yet. No, she seems to like cinnamon. Yeah, so Cinnamon came into my family about a year ago. My friend asked me if I wanted to watch her. I said, sure. I said, I've never owned a snake before, or watched a snake before. Like, is there anything? And then I said, yeah, I'm thinking about getting one. So then he started getting a bunch more, and then he just said, you know what, keep her. So I've had her for about, I'd say about a year, right? Yeah. About a year. So not super long. So she was already pretty much a juvenile when I first got Cinnamon. But now she is a little bit on the older side, so, you know, but that's okay. She's getting old. I think, I don't know the exact facts, but I think ball pythons live for about 20 years. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, yeah. Also, best thing to keep in practice is just literally reusing the exact same long piece that you used. It makes your life a little easier. I almost did it the hard way again. Perfect. Let it down there. This is going to be trash. Throw this back down here. It's good to go. Now, I think I'm going to want to do this a little bit different here. I think I'm going to want to do this. Get a little cut. Do I want to do that? No, we'll keep it like this. Okay. Yeah, because we're going to do one more across. Because I do have the extra tape. Let me know if the music's too loud too, you know, guys. This is my first day back streaming on a new platform. We're on OBS now. We switched away from that filthy Streamlabs, okay? Because I was always having issues with Streamlabs. I say that, but I had issues today with OBS. Still working the problem. It's just multi-streaming is a little hard, okay, yo? I multi-stream, okay? Oh, jeez. I'm ripping it. It's okay. We'll learn. We're good. Just pick a side and go from it. Taping's never been my strong suit, so, you know, I'm doing the best I can with the stuff I do have. But yeah, this foil tape, if you want to get a snake and you live in that like low humidity type environments, this is really what you want to do. And if you guys want to come see, kind of like if you want to come closer a little bit, sweetheart, I'll show you guys what it kind of looks like when it's getting more on. It's not the prettiest thing, okay? Here, yeah, come a little closer. You can rub it in, kind of get it at least straight as possible. You know what I mean? but it's never going to be perfect, and that's okay. Your goal is just to make sure that you try to block all those little pockets, okay? Because we want the heat to stay in the thing, and we want the humidity to stay in. And that's the reason why I've got a few other additional things that I'm going to add into my tank personally. It helps with humidity. You guys don't need to, but it's still pretty nice, to help keep that humidity in and stuff like that, okay? Because misting is not it, okay? Do not listen to people who say, yeah, just mist your snake, it is not it. I will promise you right now. Misting and foggers will hurt your snake, okay? Now, I have heard stories about foggers, if you keep them on like a time system, about like 5 to 10 minutes a day, and that's it, will help, keep humidity in. My honest opinion, unless you get one of those like automatic day-night things and they have it set for 10-15 minutes of the day, don't try to do it, because I've heard horror stories, and like one week the snake's doing perfect, the next week the snake is pretty much dying because the fogger pretty much killed her. So I'm going to do some additional things, add a little bit more plants in there. I do have a fake one, yes, I know, but fake ones are so much easier to keep alive.
You could put the bonsai in there.
Oh, the bonsai? The dead bonsais already? Okay. I started trying to grow bonsais when I was on leave, y'all. And when I mean I did not succeed on the bonsai keeping alive. That was factual, okay? I think they're all dead. Just because the cold weather does not help, okay? But like I said, before I continue this real quick, so I do bathe my snakes, okay? But or bathed my snake, and I know you're not supposed to fully really, but it's good to let them soak in every once in a while. Like I said, I do 2 times a year. I treat them for the mites just in case. Even though I don't see any, I like to make sure that she doesn't have any like mites or any pests growing on her. But I also use this stuff right here, like I said, the animal care. And then I forget where it's right here. I didn't get to show this, but this is what I did to put her in. It's called Wipeout. Okay, it's a terrarium small animal cage. Okay, it's pretty much just pretty much just kills every single type of bacteria. Like I said, I bought this from another owner. This cage. Okay, he had what was its name? He had a type of lizard. It was like it's like the most. No, it wasn't a leopard. The more common one that everyone has at their fucking stores. They grow big too. Oh my god, I'm blanking out. Bearded dragon. He had a bearded dragon. Okay, don't know how old that bearded dragon was. Don't know if he had diseases, and I don't know how he died. Okay, so number one thing you want to do when you go into any type of thing, especially getting used or any type of new stuff. Okay, I like to spray it down. I like to let it sit for a few days and then spray it again. Okay, so I sprayed it 2 times with everything and wiped it down, okay? Including that cage right there. The cinnamon's in. I take her out. I put her in like her own thing. I give her a bath. I do all of her treatment cares. I spray her old cage because I take out everything that was inside of it. And I quarantine that cage a little bit. Set her back in. Clean paper towels, all of this. And then I quarantine this cage. Cleaned all this cage all the way through, okay? Just because I want to make sure that she's not going into something that maybe this other lizard has, because there are things that reptiles can pass to each other, okay? And they can kill them. So you want to be careful what you're doing and how you're doing it, and to make sure that that everything is nice. You know what I mean? You just want to make it sure so it's as nice as possible, okay? I might hop in with some of the boys a little bit tonight too, as well. If they get on and stuff like that. I have been gone for a minute. I do want to have some fun. Me and Theo are in the works doing a Guilty as Socks video again. I'm going to put back on the old judge costume. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know. I love the Guilty as Socks series. And we kind of got a group wanting to play. And then, there's a bunch of new games I want to get. I'm also working with Fia. I want to do a game called RV There Yet? RV There Yet? Okay, it's a game where all the boys get together and we have to drive an RV from one place of the world to the other. So, that's a really cool one. Okay, we're going to set this over here a little bit shorter. Like I said, this isn't going to look perfect. It never does. Trust me, I've tried. forget what Cinnamon's cage was before. Her little one that I had before that I tried this once. Did not go as successful. And then just foil tape is really hard to work with. It is nice and it does help. It's probably the best thing to get for your snake, to be honest, if you do have a high tropical snake. Now I am talking about ball pythons, okay? Don't if you ask about your cobra or stuff like that, I don't know. Okay, to be honest, I don't know. I know about ball pythons and that's about it. Okay, that's the only thing I know.
You're not a snake expert.
I am not a snake expert. No, I am just a guy who owns a snake that does as much research as I can to keep my snake healthy. So that's what I do. That's what I try to do at least. Okay. And like I said, if you are a snake expert, you know you've been working in the field of snakes for the last 40 years, and I'm doing something wrong. Let me know, please. I don't want to be that guy that says I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'll correct myself if I'm wrong because I do love my snake. Okay, she is a beautiful and wonderful snake. Though, you know, I do want her to be happy and be in the best environment possible. That's the whole goal of this video is that we're changing her from her old one, you know, to a new and better, if that makes sense. Okay. I want her to have plenty of hidey holes, new stuff like that. And I am not going to show it on video because TikTok and YouTube and everything like that hates when I show a snake eating. So I cannot do that, sadly. But if you guys are interested in seeing her eat, let me know. I'll post maybe a video in Discord down below. You know what I mean? Of Cinnamon getting her first meal in a little bit. Because, like I said, we try to quarantine her, so that means no food for that time period. She's only been quarantined for about, I think, like a week now. Just want to make sure that, you know, she is far away from all things that could kill her. You know? That's the goal. Her alive and well. And she just got done shedding, so that was another thing, you know. I don't like feeding her when she sheds because she's a little bit more nippy and she has some attitude and then she doesn't want to eat because she can't see the prey. So she's about towards the end of that whole shedding fiasco because she was not happy with me because she was shedding and she needed a bath. Because it was her yearly bath. Now I do sometimes do it 2 times. I did it earlier this year when I first got her, like about the middle, and but that was only because I first got her and she was shedding, and I wanted to make sure that she was good. And then you know I did more and more research, and then realized you shouldn't bathe them like that for that to help them, or help them bathe. Pretty much, they'll figure it out on their own. They'll not bathe, but soak pretty much. So I thought, oh, okay, good to know. And then I only did it for her new one because I wanted to quarantine her. I wanted her to be in her new home, not get sick, if that makes sense. Because all I need is a sick snake on the road. I think Jenny would murder me. Okay, so we're gonna finish up this. Like I said, this part probably takes the longest just because you're lifting it up. You know what I mean? You're making sure that there's no holes and everything is kind of like tight down. Like I said, it's never gonna be perfect. So if you're kind of looking for that perfect aesthetic, you know, I might try to clean up the edges, but I'm not gonna worry too much if that makes sense. My goal is to make sure that it is as sealed as possible. Okay, at this top area. Oh, okay. So, does anyone have any questions so far? You may have been logged out of Trovo. You may need to sign back in. You gotta be kidding me! Trovo doesn't like me. It's okay, y'all. Did we lose live? No, we're still live, so I'm not gonna question him. I might have been signed out, but I'm still live, so. What matters? Suck it. My first live back in like forever too, y'all. You know, it feels weird being live again. You know, I was talking to Jenny prior to this. I was like, I don't even know what to say to y'all. It's been one of those times that I just it's kind of weird, you know. But we're gonna figure this out. Like I said, sometimes this tape works really well. Other times, it's like if you guys have ever peeled off like a sticker, that was like the hardest shit in the world. This is it. Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Perfect. Okay. Put on there. Slowly again. Tight. Jenny helped me the other day with Cinnamon's cage when we were quarantining her. She had fun. She got to do the cutting part. I had to still do this part, you know. I don't get any of the fun parts. I gotta do the hard stuff. That's okay. Okay. Almost there. Perfect. Okay, so we got that like piece covered up, which is what I really wanted, because I'm never gonna use that piece. Okay, I'll just take off the cage. I'm not afraid to stick my hand in there. She ain't gonna bite me. She might, but she
almost did.
She almost did. Yeah. The other day, she was angry at me, okay? She did not want to get her yearly mite spray put on her, okay? She was very cranky about that. I know that she was not happy with me. But I do not blame her. Because, for my example, a 6'2" monkey, tried to pick me up, and I'm like, not even half the size. Cinnamon is like maybe 2.5 feet long and maybe not even an inch wide. I'd be a little scared too, you know what I mean? I gotta admit, I might, bite back. So, but she was not happy with me because she knew she was going into this quarantine process. But plus, I also have a little thing of snake love, so if I pull up her thing in a bit and I notice that she's a little angry, I do need to move her, but she can be a little happy. She can be cranky, as I call it. I call her cranky. It's okay. Snakes have they do. Don't let people tell you that snakes do not have personalities. They do. Okay. Some snakes are very, very happy creatures. I see them. They look like they're smiling while they're walking around. Okay. Cinnamon is not that. Okay. He has that attitude, that old man attitude. Like, get off my property, and then I help him across the street, and then he's like, "Thank you, son. Here's $20." Okay. So that is Cinnamon's attitude towards me, at least. At first, she's like, "Get off my property," and then afterwards, she's like, "Actually, this place is pretty cool. I'll chill out with you, I guess." So. Okay.
You don't have a live stream on YouTube either.
Did I lose it?
You currently don't have a live stream on TikTok.
Huh?
It says you currently don't have a live stream on YouTube, and then you don't have a live stream on TikTok.
Let's see. Oh, no, we're good. We're still live. Stop lying to me, you game. Lying to me. Almost, it's like it's trying to make me fail, y'all. Is it not? I don't even care anymore.
I want you to go back to the other software.
Huh?
I said I want you to go back to
I know it. Yeah, exactly. But that other software sucks. You guys can't listen to music while you guys are driving. You're not talking to me. And I think I'm being pretty good with music. Let me know if the music is like outweighing my voice and stuff. Because if so, I will fix that. But it's a quick fix online. Okay. So like I said, this part usually takes the longest of it because you're trying to make sure that all parts are covered, and this stuff sucks. So this it's not fun to work with. Like I said, it's different. If that makes sense. Oh my god, I'm never gonna get this stuff on or off. Foil tape is like, it would be great if it didn't have to have this process to it of taking off the little like piece thin piece of paper on the back is like the worst feeling in the world. Because once I finally start to get it, it finally starts to come through. So, okay, there we go. Okay, once again, like I said, we're going to that little silver part right there. The goal is we are. Oh, there we go. Also, if you get this tape taped to itself, have fun. You're never gonna get off. Okay, I fully believe that you can try all you want. It's never gonna come off. Also, if you guys are joining me, this is from my snake's cage. His name is Cinnamon. He's been with me for about a year and a half. I am no snake expert, but if you are a snake expert, you've been carrying ball pythons forever, please let me know. I'm just showing you what techniques I use because I had a lot of people asking, how do I take care of my snakes and how do I make sure that they're all sad and safe. Also, I need to go grab paper towels. Ugh.
I'll grab it. You want to hold this for a minute?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'll talk to everyone while we're sitting here. Oh, welcome. So right now, there we go. I gotta figure out how to vlog. You know what I mean? I can't look at myself because I'm not. But this is a new cage. We got new things. So a few things that I'm adding in this type around that I wasn't adding in back in Virginia is I'm adding coconut bark. Okay, and I'm adding these things. It's a starter kit because it just had the best for what the buck was a set of different types of mosses and stuff like that. Oh, perfect. Thank you. There you go. We're back. But pretty much that new moss set. It's a terrarium starter pack. But it's great because it comes with like 16 different mosses that I get to throw around in there. That's gonna help keep that humidity inside the cage, which is the goal because I live in such a low humidity environment. And like I said, I have another fix that I've been working on getting, and we're gonna add because. Like I said, humidity below the soil is really good. Humidity, water on top of soil, very bad. So that's at least what I understood from when doing my research. At least it's not good for any snake to be sitting in water for excessive long time period. Like I said, that's the reason why bats aren't good. But you have to wipe them off really fast. You can go from there. And like I said, if you guys are joining us, we're doing tinfoil right now. It's called foil tape. It's mainly used on like.
Can you use tinfoil or does it have to be the tape?
I don't think you can use tinfoil. I think it said tinfoil, but I don't know why you would want to try tinfoil. Foil tape is it's pretty much tinfoil, but it's a little bit different.
It might be easier to do the sides though if you just did tinfoil.
Yeah.
You could shape it perfectly.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that tinfoil tape is a little bit better because now you're not going to get any gaps that are going to come through. If that makes sense. Okay. And this is kind of what I get for choosing like a mesh top, but it's okay. I got this cage for $100. I think like it was 75 or 100. Can't beat it, and it's such a big cage, so you don't always need it. Just make sure that you take the time and care of cleaning it out for your snake. Like I said, put Cinnamon in quarantine prior to this because I did not want her to get infected by anything. And then once we get to this line right here, we're gonna do it down, up, and top, all the way down as one final coat, just to make sure that you got everything, and I can make it look a little bit cleaner that way. Like I said, this isn't the perfect help for it, but it does decent enough, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna pull this over here. I know this is the boring part too. Everyone wants to see what I actually do in the interior. Now you can use different types of foams. I'm not because I don't. It is a big cage, but I have so much stuff over there that kind of already is gonna act like what I want it to be. That I don't want to take up too much of the cage. Maybe if I had a massive terrarium. I'd use some foam and I'd make a back wall and stuff like that. But ball pythons are very they like to lay on the ground mainly. They don't like to climb or anything. So I was thinking about maybe adding some rockscape in the back in the future at least, but for right now, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. But I have this cage, and once I get it kind of all figured out on how I want it to kind of look like, I'll be able to then decide later what I want to add and stuff like that. But there is friendly safe foam. Just make sure you use the right type. Make sure you clean it afterwards. Like I said, we're about to clean this stuff. As soon as I'm done wiping this, putting this stuff on, I want to make sure that, like I said, Cinnamon, is, we'll get in here and she's not gonna, because I don't know where this tape has been, and I didn't clean every single roll of tape right now. But we will prior to her setting her in here. Okay. I think one more roll there. And I'm going to check underneath. Make sure that we're looking good there. Also, what I'll do as well, just to add some extra precaution, I'll take the tape and I'll just do this little quick area down here just to make sure. Like I said, if you are doing this, especially with foil tape, it does take a good 30 minutes to an hour. It matters what size your tank is, of course. For me, I do have a 75-gallon tank that I do got right now. Oh my god, I'm making a mess! What else is new? Exactly. It's always a mess with me. I can never not make a mess into creating my snake's cage. And then we're also going to be playing a new game tonight because, as you guys know, I am a gaming channel. I play a bunch of different types of games. Something I think I did on the channel, but I didn't fully beat the game for you guys. I just kind of like quit and just did it on my own time. We're going to be going to Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, where Jenny's going to be joining us too. So, and of course, like I said, we'll play other different games with the boys. Once I kind of get to see what type of schedule we're getting into. Fortnite! Yeah, we're going back to Fortnite. I hate fucking Fortnite. Okay. I play that because I have a wife who I want to keep happy and play with me. Also, I'm thinking about doing some Roblox as well. If you guys are interested in that, there's a bunch of different Roblox games I've been seeing that we can
Dress
do.
to impress.
Great, my favorite. And I could actually go past that line a little bit, so we're gonna figure out. Does that pass that line?
It's right on it, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I need to still touch it here. Does that touch it?
Let me see. Put it down.
I need to go one more, kind of. Okay, let's see what we need to do. I do need to do one more type across. Oh.
It actually just needs it.
Yeah, I know. I need to do one more, just two here, so. Because the edge is where I need to go, not underneath it. So right here. So
Okay.
just a little bit, one more, technically. We'll get it. And we're going to go down and then one more. Like I said, this roll costs you, if you guys are interested about pricing, I'll tell you.
$1,000.
Costs you about $1,000. No, $1,000 roll of tape. No. It's about actually like $14, $13. You don't need to get the expensive stuff, okay?
Premium snake care doesn't come cheap.
Yeah, premium snake hair does not come cheap, okay? I think the total budget for this entire thing was about like $600, am I right? So, yeah. And that's not including all the other stuff. So, like, it does get expensive, so understand. Like, if you are about to own a snake, you bet drop some dough, okay? Snakes do cost. Make sure everything is good over here. Okay, we're good. Also, am I talking loud enough? Let me know if I'm not loud enough for anyone, okay? If I'm not loud enough for anyone, please let me know. I will try to be, I need to just go a little bit. So, like, let's say right there. Did you say? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Also, if you're scared of snakes, please let me know too. I like people who are not scared of snakes. What's up?
I'm scared of snakes.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This is like IRL streaming, I haven't done IRL since, the whole dinner thing.
I think you only have one bar left on this light.
Huh?
You only have one bar.
No! I should have charged that light more. You can turn on the light. I didn't tell you that you can change it on. You want to turn it on real quick?
Once this one dies, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did turn on the fancy light, Shout out AK, by the way. That case. Okay, so we got the tape on. I'm just gonna go do ones down real quick. And I guess I could try to clean up the edges real quick. I just don't want to damage the.
Do you want a knife?
Nah, that's okay. Like I said, it's never gonna be perfect with this type of stuff. Ugh, it's a pain in the ass to get back off once you get it on, because this stuff is sticky. It's like Gorilla Tape, but tinfoil. Does that make sense?
But you can put Gorilla Tape on your face.
I can't. I did put Gorilla Tape on my face. That stuff is factual, though. You get cancer supposedly. So. I might just say fuck it, to be honest, because I don't care
Just
about.
let it go.
Yeah, I don't care about it. You can't take it off. You can't cut a line like this and just peel. But like, to be honest, it fucks up your nails. Like, cause it like pokes into your nail. This stuff is strong stuff. Okay.
And Bliss is a pretty princess who
I am.
has to have good nails.
You know what? Just because of that, we are gonna make this nice now.
Every Christmas, I have to get him a manicure kit so he can clip his nails.
It's unfactual. Don't listen to her. She tells
You want me to
lies.
pull it out for you?
She tells
I can pull it out
lies.
for you.
It's factual. She tells lies, though. Yes, you want to go get that so I can use that as a scraper?
I don't know where it is.
Oh my!
I don't know where you set any of your stuff.
I don't have it then. Here, let's see if I can get this pen.
Do you want? I think there's a little tiny pair of scissors.
No, I don't need scissors. I just need something that. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, you can make rips with it, and then you can do this as long as you have something to kind of grab it. It's just a pain to do because if you do not, it does not grip well, and you can damage your top, which, like I said, I don't really care about. But like, if you're really like into your snake's cage and stuff, and you want it to look a specific way, it's just how I run it. Ooh. See if I can get this through. Okay. Like I said, it does take a little bit extra long if you want to make this look nice. Which I'll put in the time and make it look nice. Because Danny told me to. Hmm?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, she dared me to.
I dared you to.
Yeah, she made fun of me. Now I have to. Make fun of me, I have to do stuff. So, that's how I got stuck belly dancing.
That was not me. That was.
Yeah, I know. We upped the sub goal now, so we're smart. We play it smart. Take a look at everything real quick. I don't know why this stuff. Tape sticks better to stuff than you think, okay? It is a pain. You'd think it'd be a lot easier. It's not, I promise. I'll pick up everything before I continue to switch off the game. We'll do a little be right back. Period. And sometimes you get lucky and you get to pick up the whole piece. Almost lost the thing. Almost done with the one side. Like I said, that's how you make the little bit sides cleaner. And then what I also like to do, I'll show you here. I don't touch this end part, but what I do is That's how I make at least a cleaner edge. So, it's not perfect, and then what I'll do is I put one right here, and it goes all the way down, and I'll make it as clean as possible, pretty much. Do the side with just make it as well nice. Some really nice scissors, so it makes my life a little bit easier. Too hard into it.
Crack.
I know. Well, it's not really the crack that I'm worried about, but I just don't want to damage the thing, which I kind of did. Because it was not the straightest line. Oh, almost. Also, we got the new stream schedule up, so make sure you guys are watching. I'll let you guys know when I'm actually, taking a break or stuff like that. But mainly, that's what the post is going to be. So it's going to be Saturday, Sunday. Tomorrow, I will be streaming, but it'll be later in the night, probably late night. So just so you guys know, if you guys are coming to try to watch. And the day after that, it'll just be Monday will be a day off. Tuesday, I'll stream back again. Wednesday, I'll also be off. So I'm going to keep to the schedule as best as possible. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it's a better schedule. And then every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be a stream. And Thursday. No, Thursday might be a maybe just because of what matters that day. Whew. Hey, finally got the edges done. I'm going to do the sides and then the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to finish up there. So I'm going to ask my wife, can you put your finger right there? And we're just literally going to go right there. Okay, perfect. Like I said, this just helps a little bit better just in case you miss any spots. You don't want to miss any spots. It's the long process of it. What did I say? Connected to YouTube. Oh, that's just Caster being stupid and not reading chats and stuff. Ooh, that's probably the issue. I wonder if people are trying to talk to me on YouTube and I'm just not talking back. Let me just check real quick. Anyone try to say anything on YouTube? No. Disregard. I'm being stupid. And we'll just place this right here and there. Create that like little symmetrical line. Like I said, that is how you make it look as best as possible. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, y'all. Don't. If you're trying to make this thing look perfect, it will never look perfect. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. I wish I could. Unless you're like really good with tape, I would not shoot for the best that you can. And like I said, this is the best I can. So if you want to make fun of me because I can't, then you can. I don't blame you. To be honest, but that is the best way that I know how to get this in line and do that. So there's one. Okay. And where did the tape go?
Right here.
Oh, I just applied. Okay, I'm gonna ask my wife again. Can you hold that real quick? Right there. Go all the way to about there. Tape real quick. Perfect. I'm gonna do it again. Actually, yeah, let's do two, so I don't have to do this again. I at least need four, so I might as well. I lied. Just
So you
continue.
can just use those. It's the same size.
Yeah, I know, but it's just works easier this way. Make my life a little bit easier real quick. Try to pregame you.
That's 4.
I'm going to make it at least 2 more. Okay. And I think I should be either close to being good or I might have to make 1 or 2 more, but that's okay. Perfect. Okay. Like I said, bought that tape for like $10, 12 or something like that. I was able to fill this cage and that cage because I had to redo that cage so she would be a little bit better climate control wise. Okay, so straight to the edge. Said not gonna be perfect. Literally, you're only here to make it as best as you possibly can. Unless you're really good with, especially this tape. It is like tinfoil. Okay, once you place it, first of all, it stays, and then second of all, if you get like any crease in it and stuff like that, that's completely gone. We're just making sure we try to make this as airtight as possible. At least this section is. Whoop. No! I saved it. Somewhat. Okay. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. You guys are just showing up or coming to check me out, you know. Just trying to figure out how a snake cage works. Please let me know. Or if you think I'm doing it completely wrong and you have a ball python for the last 50 years, please let me know. Oh, almost there. Okay. Oh, I still have some. That's the reason why I made copies. Almost messed it up again. I gotta use the restroom. No! Use the restroom before streaming. This is all I get. I'm gonna use it like an hour later. I don't even know how long we've been recording. How long have we been live so far? Anyone know? Okay. Come on, baby. Let's get in this. Okay, I think we're getting close. We got the bottom. Oh, shit. Like I said, this tape can really mess up if you're not paying attention. Okay, there we go. One down, one down. Okay. Whew. Yeah, and I think I gotta do that. Damn. One more. Almost full count, y'all. Yeah, one more little piece. Pretty good count, though. Pretty accurate. Say myself, I did pretty good at counting there, Okay.
Not really, because you said you needed 4, and then you ended up needing 7.
Okay, but I said I needed 4, but then I made 7 because I realized 4 was too little.
You made 6. We just now made 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get it right.
That's what I get from my wife being the cameraman. She always makes fun of me.
Woman. Camera woman.
Sorry, camera woman. Almost would have had to made reset again. I don't know what you guys are listening to. I took off my headset a little bit ago, so I don't know if you guys are listening to something good or if you guys are just listening to random stuff. I hope it's good music. If you guys want it to be changed, let me know. Just put song request down below and I'll put
doesn't work. He didn't listen to my song request.
No. She's different. She's weird, as I will put it, if that makes sense. I will play different songs if you are interested. Okay. Two more. And then I'm going to use the restroom, and then we're going to do the bottom real quick of this cage, top area of the cage. I'll leave you guys with Jenny for a second. You guys can talk to her. Jenny's camera shy, so make sure you guys, talk to her. Oh my. Not. Where's help? What did I mean here?
Hopefully. That doesn't work very well.
Huh?
I was trying to move you down here with my foot, and I went like that.
Oh,
And I
so
covered the
you're
camera.
lazy as the camera girl now.
Yeah.
I don't pay her enough, y'all.
You don't pay me at all.
That's where I got her. Yeah. Oh, free labor.
I can do it with my free will, so I can choose to leave.
No.
Your light's blinking.
My light.
Your green. The green light.
Which one? Oh, no
Back
light.
here.
Oh, then yeah, it's fine. Oh, there it is. Oh, we're gonna turn on the big light so you guys can see. Hopefully, you guys can see. Actually, you guys can see pretty good on that, so that's not bad. Okay, we're gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I will be right back. You guys just sit down with Jenny and talk to her for a minute. That vlog camera would have been looking real nice right about now, right? We almost got this vlog camera. It wasn't camera. It was like a holding set because of how we.
A selfie light.
A
Another
selfie light,
selfie
yeah.
light.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it wasn't a selfie light, but I had the selfie light up
It was
there.
the light, but then I had the tripod on it.
Hey, you want to throw that on the charger actually real quick?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I'm doing this.
What type of charger is it? I got it. We're gonna do some adjustments. She's gonna see if she can put that camera on the charger so you guys can have light.
USB-C.
USB-C? Ah, cool. Perfect. I didn't actually look the other day, so I couldn't tell you what. Okay. I'm gonna put it back to the camera so people
No,
can
it
see.
looks fantastic.
No, they can't see.
Yes, they can.
There you go. You guys can see me. I look weird. You guys just came into this and you guys are seeing what I'm doing. I think I need my camera lady to actually do her job. Okay, so that is fully protected. Okay, that's what that should look like. Okay, we're just gonna do the bottom just because I have the extra tape. I want to make sure it looks nice. But I'm gonna use the restroom first. So give me like 2 minutes. Yeah, that's also the other reason why we chose this room. It's the hottest room in all the rooms. It is like boiling in here when other rooms are like barely anything else. So just so you guys know. We're back. We had it again. Okay. Okay. Now we're just taping the underneath part. Same exact process. Just reversed. I can make this a little bit shorter because I really don't need this to be super accurate. Just the best that it possibly can. And it's a lot easier because then I can just cut at the line pretty much, just like that. So we'll keep this piece just in case we break. Oh, okay, sweetheart. Your job is to hold again. Measure. I cut. You measure to the tip. Okay, we're good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again. How many did we need? We need 7 across, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2. 3. This is why it's great to have that extra hands that I'm talking about. It gets by a little bit faster. Okay. 4. 5. And 6. Now today will probably not be a super late stream, y'all. Just so you guys know, it is Saturday. I do got an early day tomorrow, but like I said, we probably will stream tomorrow. What is that?
That's 6. You need one more.
Okay, one more. 7. So tomorrow there will be a stream. Probably not a super long stream. Longer streams are definitely going to be on Fridays and Saturdays. Just this Saturday is mainly going to be the snake thing, which I might actually take the whole stream for this snake. So we're just hoping to get an avatar today. Maybe won't happen. We'll wait and see. Like I said, but I do appreciate you guys for coming out here. You guys are showing some love. You guys are phenomenal. I love you guys. You guys are great. I love when you guys come out, show me some love, and I'm gonna turn down the music just a little because I feel like you guys are not hearing me too. Let me know if I'm too low. I know when I'm up close, I'm pretty good there, but I have the music a little bit louder than probably everyone wants. There you go. Now you guys can hear me. I'm not as loud. I don't have to be as quiet because I am a little bit.
Which way are you going?
Long ways. You just fucked that one up. You gotta redo that one now.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You're never gonna get that undone. She got it kind of. Oh, no.
The other side now.
Other side now.
So this ways?
Yeah. Oh wait, do this side first. Just. Ooh. Just wait for me. I got it. Ooh. So the bottom doesn't need to be perfect. It's just the additional, Hey, let's make sure this fits. So, and we're gonna, so we don't have any air leaving through this pocket. So that one, down like that. Okay. Like I said, it's never going to be perfect unless you're really good with this type of tape. And I'm not, so, Also, how many of y'all, because we are about to play Avatar, how many of y'all did see the new movie? I did. That's the reason why we're playing it, to be honest, because I'm a little addicted to it. I want to fly an Ikron again. I did 100% beat that game. It was fun. It was hard, but it was fun. See, this is the reason why it's good to have someone else with you. He's working with you on most of this. I'm gonna this. Definitely attached to your foot there.
I have two.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Yeah. It is really easy to work with this tape, though. Like I said, it is a pain in the ass to get it on where you want it and stuff. But that's okay. Okay. Make sure that didn't chew that too much. Not bad. It's enough to work. There's if you do want to get a non one of these tops, it is okay. These tops are a little bit weird and funky. They work, but 50-50, you know. You want to make sure that your snake is good and taken care of. You know, that's the best thing to do. There's also an additional reason why I'm putting this at the bottom of the cage, and you guys will see in like a second the reason why. I think we need one more.
That should be perfect, actually.
No, because I gotta get one here. So one more. We needed 8 on this side. It's because I think we went wider with this, but that's fine. Because I had to keep one of them a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. That's not really too much of an issue. Just hold that upside up. Okay. You want to go get one of those, one more cut. Jay's like, let me get in here. Let me hurry this process out. Like, you guys are taking forever. We're good. There we go. Perfect. And one to close it up. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna have her clean up this kind of area real quick. So all the trash, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I do personally with this foil when I'm done. Whew. Just eating a nice little piece ready right now. Okay. So while Jenny's getting that foil, I'll show you guys what I do. All of our trash. I have like a cleaner work area. I don't know how many of y'all worked in the food environment. I did for most of my years. I worked as a waiter though. I love being a waiter. And I worked as a bartender. So I always keep your work environment clean. I'll help you save time later. Okay. So, now my top and bottom are finished, okay? So I have finished that. And if you guys want to take a look real quick, I can grab you. Woo! Okay, so pretty much. Oh no! Oh my! Oh my's been cut in half now. Oh, there's a little piece here. Let's fix all my. Okay, so there you go. All mine's been fixed. But so as you guys can see, okay, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna tell your edges are gonna look weird. But as you guys can see, there's not really any gap that this moisture is gonna escape from, and that's what we want to see. Now it does work both on both sides. You can't just do one, but I did it for a reason. The main reason is because we're gonna use this spray, the wipeout spray. Okay, like I said, I don't know where this duct tape's been. It's not duct tape, but like I don't know where this stuff has been. I don't want the snake to get hurt, so we're gonna just wipe it down with the wipeout real quick. And I'll show. Ooh, what did I knock over now? I'm hitting things. I'm smacking things. Okay, but that's the reason why I did both sides is because I don't want to ruin that stickiness. Okay, and I don't want this stuff to come undone and then I have to do it again in 6 months because the tape, the foil tape doesn't want to work with me. That's the other reason why foil tape is really good is because it does stick. What I do is I pretty much lather this onto a paper towel. Come around here, and then I come and I just give it a nice good wipe. Okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. Just needs this should be a little bit more done. Okay, so take your time. But like the tape doesn't need to be perfect. If that makes sense. Like, tape is tape. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do the other side. A few spreads. Okay. It is non-odorless, so it will also help the snake's cage not smell. So if you guys are interested in that, and you know it's bad when your snake's cage smells. Okay, and that's what I always say. Okay, so you just want to bring out trash through here. We're probably gonna go through all that. So we've now finished the top. Okay, so that part is the easy part. It's just the long, annoying part that we all have to do. So now. I set this up over here, should be able to set this right here on the edge. My other light right here, and it should not touch the tape that badly. Okay. You can do this. So we'll set it this way, okay? Because these lamps can handle heat. I don't know about foil tape. I think it can, but I don't want to be the person that does test it out. So now that part's done. Now we're actually working the terrarium, where I'm gonna have Jenny take back the phone real quick.
I'm gonna put the light back on. It's got 2 bars.
Oh, okay. So. Charges fast. Okay, so you got the top done. Now I want to work with rest. And then I'm going to turn back on the light. And then we're going to talk about what I do with the terrarium. Okay, perfect. Now we're getting into the meat of the meat of the project. Okay. Now there's no longer you can leave the light back on. That actually helps out so people can see. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be doing, okay. Like I said, is I live in this environment where it's not very humid. Okay, so that's where I'm going to create humidity is using these hydro balls. Okay, these hydro balls go to the bottom of the aquarium. I can build waterfall, live plants. And this helps it you can put water in it pretty much, and it pretty much cycles. Okay, so I can like leave a little bit of a hole in the back or something like that, and I can put water in here. When I put water in here, he's hitting it and keep that humidity in there. What?
Marvelous said, "What is the shit worse than Fortnite?"
Oh, what am I doing? Oh my god! There's no Fortnite today, baby. So, the thing that I want to do with this, okay, at least with this stuff, is I want to add it mainly. Since I only have a little because my store only has so much. I want mainly most of this stuff to be on. I want mainly most of the stuff to be on the heat side, okay? So that's where I wanted to hold in the moisture. That's where I wanted to do all that. So I don't know how much these 2 bags carry. So it might be
Definitely not enough for this thing.
not for the full, yeah. I knew that from the start. And the reason why I knew I wasn't going to do it was because the store only had 2, which is a little fucking annoying. So we're going to set most of it over here. So. Actually, you know what? We can even it out. little bit on the lighter side. One more bag would have definitely helped, but. So, now we kind of got this like little area going in, okay? And what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to go be right back. I'm going to go grab my little water bottle. Where's that cup? Okay, I'm going to go fill this with water, okay?
Want me to come with you?
No, you're good. You can stay right there. You can shut the cage off and hide your balls real quick. Okay? Because I don't want the for cinnamon, I don't want the water on top of the aquarium, but I mean not the aquarium, but the terrarium, because it can cause scare out all this other stuff. So what this stuff does is it holds water all the way at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fill up. Yeah. So I'm gonna have Jenny go get it, but pretty much it's gonna hold this water, okay, at the bottom here, and kind of can move it in. It's going to hold this water for me, okay? And we'll make sure that it's all filled up, you know what I mean, just to the ball level. So, I need a little bit more. And then when I go in and I change up the cage, I can keep this in here, and all I got to do is change up the top and add more water into it. So, pretty much, keep the water going. I suck at this whole camera thing, you know what I mean? I'm not really good at it, okay? But, like I said, we're going to fill it up to about where that water is, okay? Get the water flowing through here, because when the heat's hitting us, it's going to evaporate, creep that humidity in. Remember, our goal is to keep as much humidity as possible into this, because there isn't much that I can actually do with her in this environment. And I don't want her sitting on water, okay? That's another thing. You don't want him ever sitting on water. That's why... we're going to talk about, that's the reason why we didn't get a fogger, okay? Because in this environment, the foggers can kill the snakes, okay? Okay? A little bit more in. And I'll shake it up here in a minute. See where we're at with water usage. Said, this is going to separate. Probably one more scoop of water in this little corner over here. Okay, this is it. Okay, I'm not going to add any more. I don't want any more. Can you go dump that out? Okay, now we're going to even it out, okay? Because I want the water just sitting on top of it. These snakes do not dig, so I don't need to worry about them getting its digging habitat. But I do want it to where it's like this. Nice and even, you don't see the water, okay? I do have it a little bit higher over here, because I did calculate it. That's okay. It can fit underneath the soil a little, so that's okay. Okay, so now, what I want to do, okay, I'm going to hand you this, okay? This is this husk, okay? It does the exact same thing. Mixed with the terrarium. We're going to add a little bit of this on top and bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, especially that those little watery spots, a little bit, added a little bit more. Drop it. What do you mean drop it? I'm not playing Fortnite, Mom. What am I dropping? The snake is crazy. Okay, bring it over here to the light. So I'm going to bring this husk. I'm just going to sprinkle it in here. I don't want too much, but it's also going to help hold that moisture in just a little bit, because these husks hold moisture really fucking well. Like I said, I might bring a little bit more rocks over here just because I do. Because this is the cold side. The cold side, I'm not going to lie, you can leave it a little bit. A little bit less just because, okay? I don't want to add too much because I want to add more to the top layer. Actually, what? I still have half a bag. So. that's gonna take the moisture from underneath here. Just help that a little bit. There, and I got a little bit more. One more scoop will be fine. Okay, and that I'm gonna have that fill up that kind of area where I have it a little bit more water because that side right here is literally the whole point of it is to get hit by the sun, or in my case, my heat lamps. It's gonna create moisture for this environment. Okay. I need a paper towel. I'm gonna get dirty. Okay. Jenny, what kind of pay are you getting for being the camera girl? She's not getting paid. We already discussed this. Okay. We already discussed this. She's not getting paid. Okay, now we're doing the forest blend. Okay, this is also what's gonna help keep in that humidity. Okay, but she can actually sit on this and it's not gonna hurt her. Okay, the forest blend type is humid, 100% natural cypress. Okay, mulch pretty much. If you guys know what mulch is, okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Okay, cool.
What? Hmm. What you talking about?
He said, okay, cool. This is what you said.
Oh. $300 no depot code activated right now. What the fuck, duel? No, I'm good. Thank you, Tiger. You're good. Okay. There's my mulch. Now, this is where. I'm going to use the whole thing. I need to use a lot of it. So, now. I want to feel pretty good. Like I said, I don't want her touching any of that water that we put down in there. So, you know. I get it pretty even. There you go. Now, what I'll do after this is that, first of all, I got extra mulch, so if I need to do patchwork, stuff like that, I can always stay in here, and I can just send it over here. So, there's patchwork. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this husk, the remainder husk, and I just want to pepper it, kind of, around the habitat. Once again, I'll take it around. This is gonna help keep it moisture. Okay, when I spray it, because I do like to keep some of it moist, which there we go. Yeah, that'll help keep in some moisture, especially from there. I got some of the dirt. Okay, might as well use it. Go to waste if not. So. And then on top. And we'll mix it together. There you go. So that's done with that. And we'll take this. Create this kind of like dry type environment. Okay. And to be honest, I think we're looking pretty good. So much smoke in here because it's like a dirt mix, but it isn't, you know.
Also from you burning the place down.
Hey. I didn't burn this place down. Okay, so that's going to give that natural type environment. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to spray it just a little bit. It is a little dry, but I'm going to put the heat on it. There you go. So that's going to give us a dry. This stuff's going to soak it up, kind of. Ugh. What?
Nothing.
Uh,
Coughing.
Coughing? Yeah, because so much dirt that just came up to my face real quick. Pretty little white on it. Okay, so that's good. And then the nice part about this is that if you ever need to, take it out a little. If I need to add water to the side, I can just pour water right here without disturbing my vicinity. Okay, so we're gonna add the rock in. Okay, I want her to have her rock on this side. This is where I want her to go get the heat, as much heat as possible. Okay, so she's got her little hidey hole right there. I'm gonna put her other hidey hole, I think, right there. And we're gonna add a plant right there in that corner. So I have a few plants. Okay, so kind of create a little bit of habitat for her. So we're gonna put that right there. Kind of just keep that kind of in the back. Okay. And lastly, I have this plant. This is a little tiny plant. I can't keep real plants alive, so don't ask me. Okay. I'm gonna throw that right there. Throw that on top, like that. Okay. Create that like kind of going away, foresty type stuff environment. Okay. So now that we have that in, we have two new things that I have gotten for her, which I might change out that other thing for this log. Okay? Because I kind of don't want the log just to take up the entirety of the center. So, yeah. I do think this log right here, so she can get up here, is going to be a great idea. So she can stay there up and do all that stuff. So we'll keep that log there. I think I might take this out. I don't know if I'm going to actually use that. Keep that right there. I guess I can keep that right there. That's kind of cool. So we'll keep that right there. Okay. Now a few things. So my son decided to get Cinnabee a little campfire set. See, this is what I knew I was missing. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna take that out. So I want the heat on the water bowl. So we're gonna rearrange this real quick. Because it is a little bit smaller than what it looks. So we actually don't need this. This was just our old previous little hut. Just grow it out of it, so we really don't need it. But I can use it for an additional snake another day. So what I might do is that I want her water underneath that side. So what I'll probably do is I'm gonna take this. Take this stuff out real quick. And then probably move this to this side. Dig that in a little bit. She will move stuff, so like you gotta be careful. You know what I mean? Anything that you're gonna put in here, make sure it's somewhat solid because they're gonna try to climb on it. From there. Put that behind there. Because this is gonna be our heat side, but that's fine. Okay. Move this. So we're kind of chill out then. Actually, yeah, because that is a lot bigger than I thought it was. And I want her to have something to chill in because she needs this over here to be underneath the heat. So she can go in and get water. But she's also going to need her little hidey hole, which is going to be right there. So, I think we're going to do that. And of course, my son, he decided that he wanted to add a little campsite for her. So I think the campsite will go perfect underneath this little tree. Little backpack. And a little thing like that. So that I can go right there, I think. I might add that. Turn the backpack around, I guess. You know what I mean? So I can actually see the backpack. Okay. And actually, you know what? I lied. We're gonna pump this out real quick. I didn't really plan this, okay, y'all? I just planned the whole other part. We're gonna put this right here and then cover that. We'll keep that plant there, but we'll put the stuff a little bit better so you guys can actually see, fireplace. Put that stuff up here. This stuff in the back. Like that. Cover up this plant over here. So So we kind of got like the kind of general dynamic of how this is gonna look. And for some reason I have this over here. Okay. We'll put the log up again. Let's put it like this. Something that she can climb up on, somewhere she can feel a little bit safe actually. And we're gonna do that. So she feels safer getting from this point to this point. Okay, and if she wants to bath, she can sit on here. Stuff like that. Okay, so first, trying to think, because I have the trim moss that I want to do, and throw this up in here. Huh? I know, I'll throw it in. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something. Forget what. Because that's good for her over here. Because she probably won't sit on top of it. I'm trying to think if I want to. I think I'm going to move it up just a little bit. And just one last time. And the only reason why is just because I want to move this like this and then put the water bowl right here. Just so. And the reason why I'm doing this, y'all. Oh, of course you're not going to fit, are you? No. Okay. We'll figure this out. Just first, let's do that. Set that in. That. She can just hide. Because she can climb and then go under if she wants to go under. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. That's what I thought. So she can hide and go underneath here and actually, hide underneath this area. She's going to have her water right here. But she also can climb in, hide on top of here. Also, she can climb, hide, stand on top of this. Okay? Because I want her to be able to have a basking spot if she wants to go sit in the heat. I want her to have a spot where she can go and hide from the heat underneath, try to be as cold as possible. Maybe lots of camera light again. And then, of course, the water which is going to be evaporating daily to be able to create that. So then, and then I also can just do this. Just keep this simple, sweet, right here and here. Okay. And most likely, she's not gonna do anything with these backpacks. I don't even know. Backpack. I have no clue where the fuck I'm gonna put this backpack.
She's supposed to wear it.
Oh yeah, sorry. She's supposed to wear it, y'all. Y'all didn't fucking know that. Snakes wear backpack. No. Yeah, we'll set this right here. This one. Kind of be stuck in that little corner. So then Atlas chose that he wanted to put in here, so we decided we'll put it in. Okay. Now for the fun stuff. If you just want to sit down on the bed. If you can do me a favor, I'll take that for a second. And can you go fill this with water? Okay, so we're gonna fill that up so you can kind of get a look at what I did. Okay. So that's just something I wanted in there. Fill this up with water. She's got a hidey hole here, hidey hole here, cabass right there. She can climb up using this. This is her new rock. She can hide perfectly in. Okay. And she can be in there. I can grab it now without her wanting to attack me. That makes sense. Okay. Her heat source is going to be right there. And I can alternate the sides of which I want the heat source on, which is also really nice on this thing, which I wasn't able to do before. On the other cage right there, it has to keep the heat source all on one side. So I can alternate it. Worst case, if I feel like she wants to bask or she wants to get more humidity. Okay, so and I think this looks good. And then we're gonna just add moss, kind of throughout it. Okay, just to kind of show that it needs it. I'll trade you back. There we go. Fill this with water. Perfect. So that's officially with water. So and then I just need to get the moss in there, and then get our lights working, which I need. Yeah, I need an extension cord. Sweetheart, in that closet right there. There's an extension cord. If you can just set that down. So we're gonna get the extension cord out and go from there. Some of this is floor moss, okay? So some of this is kind of like Oh, I got it. Don't worry. Jesus, we're running over everything. And we're thrown up in here before. But I want to add some of those moss, especially the moss. Okay. Oh, here. Especially this white stuff.
Which part is it in?
White stuff is really good. It's in the quartz thing, that blue thing.
The quartz box that you moved to our room?
Oh, then yes. Okay, I did that. Okay, so that's where that's gonna fit for this more flory type moss. I want to add some like right here. Okay. Alright. Something down there. Vine cord. Okay. Wait for Jenny to show up. Use that one. Oh, this is not bad. I got it wet because this stuff does need water. And this stuff will stick later. That's the one nice part. So you kind of get it wet and it kind of gets situated in its position. Okay. Take some of this moss, set it over here. Kind of create that like little bedding in this corner. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna have you take back over. Thank you. Okay. And I got this vine stuff, which I'm gonna have to broom this up. I'm just gonna do something similar to this. Have it attached over here. Close up in the back over here. She might try to hang on it. She won't go nowhere. So give that, mossy feel. And then you know what? We'll actually keep the rest of this moss just because we can. Okay. And I'll just get some of this moss out of the fucking comb that I accidentally put it in. Should have waited until after I did the moss to put that in. That's okay. What we'll do is we'll take the moss that I have, make a little bit of a mess on the floor, and we'll clean this up real quick, and then keep that over. Because you never know when you need more moss. Okay. Moss is good, but it can be a pain in the fuck to clean up. Okay. Okay, we're gonna clean this up real quick. Kind of get a quick cleanup. Give us like 2 minutes. Sweetheart, if you just want to set the phone down on top of the tank and then go get a broom while I get start picking out the moss from our fucking bowl that I accidentally dropped in there.
They can absorb cinnamon.
Oh, really? There's Cinnamon. She's right there. Getting ready to be moved. He is, I should say. I keep calling her she. She's not a she.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Where'd you move the broom to?
Where the mop was.
Atlas's flame will get it off. There.
Oh, God.
I found it.
Just so you guys know what I'm kind of doing in this back corner is I'm spraying a lot of this moss and these fake trees with water. Okay, because I want them to retain water. So when heat pops out on them. Yeah. Because I don't really want to mist her cage, okay, and the floor that she's lying on. But I do want this moss to be creating that humidity that she desperately needs, if that makes sense, y'all. Okay, so and then I'll take some wipes real quick. You guys can't see. We're doing a little bit of cleanup while we're doing this. We'll get camera back on here in a second. Once I get these background wipes and stuff. Okay. bit just so we can get some. Thank you, sweetheart. And there's a little bit in that corner. The computer. Okay, we got that moss spray down. Gotta get going. That's one nice thing about terrariums, okay, y'all. Is personally, you can do a lot with it, okay. And you can do whatever you kind of want. It's your own personal, decision. This real quick, but it's your own personal decision how you would like it. And how you want it. Like, the little campsite, I'm adding in because Atlas, when we were out, he said cinnamon, and pointed to that, okay? He knows who Cinnamon is, and he screams her name, okay? My son loves my snake, okay? Cinnamon, no, maybe not so much. I don't know. Okay. Oh, fuck me. I made more of a mess. You want to throw this in the trash real quick? Last remaining pieces. This is a mess, okay? So if you guys understand, like, this stuff is not a quick fix or ever, okay? So understand you're gonna make a mess. It's okay. Do it for the things you love. Your dog's gonna make a mess, okay? Okay. So I'm gonna have Jenny grab it real quick and show you guys the final review before we have the lights on. We move over Cinnamon, okay? So Cinnamon stuff goes into this little corner right here for me. That's where I keep all of her stuff at. As I try to. Okay. So that is Cinnamon's final review for the cage, okay? We're gonna have the lights on real quick. Make sure they work. Make sure they plug in correctly, and go from there. Okay, and then I'm gonna clean up. Be right back, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is Cinnamon's actual 2 lights. She's gonna plug in. We're gonna have the top in real quick. There we go. Boom. Oh, and I forgot to add something, okay? And Jenny. What did you say? Yeah, hand it to me. So, the one thing I do have in here that you don't technically need, I don't know where I set the Velcro. Do you know where I set the Velcro the other day? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is just a little bit of a, you know? You know?
No, but I'm gonna go fix him.
Oh, okay. So this will tell me what his humidity is like, and heat. I should have one on both sides, but I do like to have it on this side. I like to put it right here. Okay, it's gonna be able to tell me exactly what I need. Okay, here we go. There we go. Once you kind of get some heat in there, it should kind of start to kick on. Notice that it's a little weird, but I got it working, so we'll get it fixed here shortly. Shiv! Oi, Fia. Hey, AK, welcome in. Hey, 1 second. I gotta do some shout outs real quick. What is up, boys? Welcome in. You know, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, shout out to you guys for coming and showing up. I love you guys so much. And then shout out to my boy Rio Hose. And shout out my boy AK. Thank you guys for coming up. How are y'all today? Y'all, we ain't finished with Cinnamon yet, but he'll be here shortly. So, love you. Yes, sir. Hey, brother, what snake thing you building? So we're building right now Cinnamon's habitat. So right now we're kind of getting the lights situated before we actually put Cinnamon in right now. So kind of came at the best time. Yo, it's very laggy. Oh yeah, it's probably lagging out a little bit right now because I'm running some stuff. I'm actually gonna fix it a little because my internet kind of went shit. So we're gonna stop E3. Okay, it should hopefully equal out right now. Let's see. Yeah, I think I just hit some bad internet, y'all. So give it a few minutes. It should start to kick back here. Since I kind of stopped some of the internet usage. Let me go up here, close that out, disable that. Okay. I should be good now. I should hopefully start coming back. Let me know if you guys are seeing some issues with it still. Okay, I will try my best. It is new, so it should hopefully too bad. Can you hand me the 2 light bulbs, sweetheart, and the tropical UV? So we got 2. Like I said, one's a UV, one is not. I do have another heat light. One is meant for just to give her some of the UV since she was getting it before, but sitting kind of in the windowsill. Now she's not, so I want her to make sure that she is situated. And I have a night bulb over there, which we'll add in here in a second. Shortly. I know it's very laggy. I have to. Plug this in and see if it turns on. Hopefully it does. Okay. First light is on. It's working. Plug in a second. Oh. Light in. Like I said, you don't want to go above that 5%, or you can, get your snake a little hurt. I think I'm having some playback issues. Let me know if I still am, y'all. Perfect. So, got these 2 in. We're going to plug them in. And to the side right here. Get that over to the edge. Oh, geez. Come on. There we go. Okay. Then off to the side. Lay this off to the side. We're going to get that final light switch is right there. Get this plugged in. And then I think it's time to introduce Cinnamon to her home. Okay, and we'll do one final review to show everyone what it looks like. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, like I said, one's for a night light, so I can turn on for the night for her. And the other one is the daytime light. Perfect. So that's her night light. Still gonna give her the heat that she needs. Okay. We're gonna just throw this in the trash real quick. I'm not throwing it in the trash yet, Jenny. I promise. Not yet, at least. And then I'll have Jenny pick up here in a minute. Okay, and then we're gonna do a little show. So Jenny, come over here. We'll show you everything that we did. You guys did miss it. Okay, this is Cinema's new cage. Okay, so we got 2 new lights right here. Down below, we got our rocks. Okay, her new water bowl. Her little campsite that she'll be staying in. Her rock, her moss. You know, some new stuff. Okay, so we're gonna take off this lid, and what we're gonna do is get her situated. Try for her not to bite me. Okay. You guys know Cinnamon is a snipper. Okay, that's okay. She just wasn't handled as much as she was when she was a baby. Okay, so take off our old light, which we will keep this light because, you know, these lights come in useful. This is still a daytime light. All these are daytime lights. Okay. Set this over here. I'm gonna close this window. Yeah, that was not good. Window ain't supposed to do that. It's supposed to fall off.
It did it in our room too.
Hmm.
It did it in our room.
Okay. Keep this. This is her temp cage. Okay, this is where we move her in and out of stuff. But I'm gonna hold her. Okay, so we're about to hold her. How my boys doing? Doing okay. Hopefully lag ain't that bad right now. Let me refresh just to make sure that we're still kind of running on schedule. I'm not super. I'm still delayed.
Behind.
Huh? I'm still pretty well delayed, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, boys. I'm gonna start and restart stream real quick. Oh wait, let's see. Yes. What the fuck is going on now? Be quick. 1, 2, stop. Yes. Start stream. Correct. What are you talking about? Okay, now I'm back. Let's see. How to restart?
Yep, you're back up.
Cool, we're good. Sorry, I had to restart. Was having, I guess, some slowness to it. It's okay. Jen, if you want to show them what we're doing, we're about to bring out Cinnamon now. What we have done. Okay. Over there, you want to show her what we've done? As Cinnamon's cage. Okay, so now we're bringing out Cinnamon. Come here, girl. She's okay. She doesn't like being picked up right away, but once she gets kind of situated, she'll be fine. There we go. So now she knows that she's realized she's being picked up, she's being held. She doesn't really want to bite. She doesn't want to do anything. She's still a little defensive. Okay, so that's what she does. I want to get above. Jenny's terrified of her after she bit her. So, once she kind of gets situated, feels more comfortable, she's just going to smell me, okay? Picked her up. She doesn't like being picked up. Once she figures out that I'm not food, I'm not trying to kill her, I'm not trying to hurt her, she just wants some love. If I do get bit, I do get bit. So, but this is Cinnamon, y'all. She's very eyeing down my arm right now, which is a little bit now she's becoming more investigating, which means that's good. We got rid of that whole scare thing. So sit her down. Come on, baby girl. You can go. Okay. Sit her down. So now she's gonna go investigate. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put her on her top. Okay. Not gonna touch her for a few days. Okay. We want her to get situated to her new establishment. But we are gonna get this heat going for her because she needs that heat. I need that heat. She needs that heat. Okay. Get that heat going. So she's gonna start investigating. Oh, take this. Sorry. Here in a minute, when she starts getting some heat in her. Like I said, these are cold-blooded animals, so just so what we'll do for right now is we'll turn on all of our little heat sources. Just get some heat going started in there. Like I said, take it from here for a minute. You want to go pick up some stuff. Start taking that stuff out. So this is cinnamon. Okay. So this is the first thing that she's gonna do is she's gonna start looking at all of her stuff. Okay. Trying to figure out. This is a new environment for me. So she's gonna stick up her head. She's gonna feel around. Okay. It's gonna take a minute for us to figure out how the temperature's going. It's gonna be a little awkward at first, and then hopefully, because the goal was to have still 60% humidity once this stuff turns on. It's about 70 to 80 degrees heat in this entire space. So she might just sit there for a minute, and that's okay. But she does not like being picked up fully. Once I kind of get her used to, but I try not to do that on stream. Just because I know that I can upset her very, very easily, and I don't want people to see that me get bit. But this is cinnamon. She's gonna explore. We're gonna let her be. Okay, so we're gonna let her be for about a day, and the reason why is I want her to get comfortable with her new home. Okay, like I said, she wasn't too happy with me in my last space because haven't picked her up too much. Picking up's weird. Now she's starting to warm up. She's got both heat vents going. So she's gonna go look around. She knows it's a home. She's got her water. She's got everything that she needs. Oh, yeah, there she goes. She's gonna go explore that. And that is everything that we did with Cinnamon's cage, y'all. If you guys did enjoy this, please let me know. This is my first tank build on the channel. Okay, I love Cinnamon. She's my favorite pet in the world. Okay, so if you guys are ever interested, I do bring her out on stream, though sometimes she does get angry with me. Oh, I need to move this over a little. There we go. I heard burning plastic. Who's this listening? So she's gonna, like I said, she's gonna explore. She's gonna be all throughout this cage all night. Okay. So most likely, because she sees something that's new to her, she's gonna want to know what it is. If you guys did like this, please let me know. Okay. This is a favorite part of mine. We're gonna take 10 minutes and we're gonna clean up real quick. Okay. Just because I got some stuff I gotta do. Okay. And then we're gonna hop on to the other stuff and kill it from there. So give me 1 second, y'all. We're just gonna switch to my be right back. I love you guys, and we'll be back here shortly. Hey, y'all, we're gonna come right back. I'm gonna do a full face cam. I'm just gonna talk for a minute. Hey, y'all, I just want to appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all coming out, showing out. You guys are some love, especially to coming over here, and just being amazing. You guys were phenomenal. I am gonna take a little bit of a break though for a bit, y'all, just because I do need that little bit of a break right now. We're gonna go get some food, and I'm gonna be back on around probably in about 2 hours. So, and that's when we're gonna play Avatar. So we start doing Avatar tonight, but we are taking about, like I said, about an hour and a half break because I did promise my wife dinner if she helped be my camera girl. So, but Cinnamon, she's all situated. She's over there. She's loving life. She's gonna explore everything. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are phenomenal. And we're gonna close it just for now. We will be back though. So about like 45 minutes to an hour, we'll be back. I promise.